My name is Angela.
My name is Nicole.
And welcome to the Ominous Stitch podcast. Hello, Stitchers.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to another amazing episode of the Ominous Stitch podcast. Take a stitch.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, y'all. So this is going to be a very exciting episode. We're starting down a road. We're going down a journey. We're going to hit haunted roads of all 50 states.
All 50 states.
So this
not
is
in one episode.
Not in one episode. Yeah.
Too many.
That's going to be like a 50-hour episode if we do that.
Holy cow.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yes. No, I can't do
It's
that.
like a marathon.
I was going to say.
That's more than a day. That's like 2 days. A little bit more than 2 days. because math.
Yeah. No, we're choosing a haunted road per state. So
that's why, hence 50 haunted roads. Yeah.
Hey, we could go outside. We could add Guam if we wanted to. And Puerto Rico.
The territories.
Yeah. But no, we won't do that. That'd be too many roads.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I'm excited.
We're going down a journey. So we're going to cover a few roads today. We'll see how far we get.
Yes.
And so this is going to be a really exciting little series that we're going to have going on. Our first little series of the year.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Because it makes me excited because I want to do a road trip with you one day. And I can do this.
Road trip. And then we'll turn it. So we're going to manifest this. We'll do a road trip and we'll turn it into a little tour.
Oh, yeah.
And we do little live shows.
That would be fun.
And we can all sit around and crochet together.
I would love
and
that.
tell stories.
Yay.
How fun would that be?
I would have so much fun.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Yes.
Community, help us make that happen.
Oh my gosh. I'd be so
It
excited.
would be so exciting.
Yay.
So Nicole, what
Yes.
has you in stitches this
All
week?
right. So I have my first, not like commission, but my coworker asked me to do something for her granddaughter. Okay. And it's the Blippi and Mika.
Blippi and Mika. Oh, dear
Yes.
Lord.
Yeah.
So those of you who have kids, you know Blippi. And my kids are a little bit too old.
Yes.
I still know Blippi, but I'm so glad I didn't have to live through the Blippi because we did watch a couple of Blippi episodes.
Did you? Okay.
And I'm like, oh no, I can't do this one.
Okay,
No.
I dodged the bullet because my kids don't even know about Blippi. And they're younger
lucky
than your
duck.
kids. Yeah.
They are, yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh.
I've never seen, I've seen Blippi, but I've never seen the episodes or anything
So
like
you
that.
parents that are having to live through the whole Blippi thing,
I'm sorry.
I feel for you. I am so sorry for you. Just pop your headphones in and listen to us instead while your kids just bop along with
Do the
Blippi.
Blippi. I have no idea what it is, so I'm glad. Well, anyway, so this is my first amigurumi human forms. Okay.
People.
And so my coworker sent me the pattern and I was like, cool. I'll try to get this done as quick as I could. So I'm going through the pattern. I had to buy new yarn because it's like they're small and I need like smaller yarn and I don't have all the colors. Okay. So I start, right? I'm like, yeah, I got this.
Yes.
And it's in British terms.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but that threw me off because I didn't read it carefully. So I started doing, I'm like, why am I doing so many double crochets?
And it's supposed to be single
And
crochets.
it's supposed to be single. I'm like, I'm stupid. I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, this doesn't look like the picture at all. And then I was like, oh, duh. And I went back to the pattern and it's like, it's single crochet for US terms. I'm like, well, stupid me. I saw DC. I was like, cool, I got this, right? Anyway.
When do you DC?
When
you're
you
doing
DC?
amigurumis?
I don't know. Never. But I was like,
Never?
maybe this is different. Anyway, so I'm showing Angela
Oh my
so
gosh.
far what I've gotten.
You've gotten so much done already, though.
Okay, yeah. See,
It's
okay,
so
okay.
cute.
I had to restart and start the stupid shoes, right? Because
Yes,
of the DC.
yes.
Then color changing.
Yes,
I'm terrible
you have
at
to do
color
lots
changing.
of color changing.
And so
No,
I had,
you
well,
did
no.
so good.
Well, this is restarting like 2 times. 'Cause I was like, oh, wait, no, I need to pull through first and then change the color versus starting the color change before. So I had all these little pieces of different colors. It was terrible, Angela. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing
I'm doing
great.
okay.
It looks beautiful.
And so-
Anything handmade is not going to be perfect. That's
Well,
the joy of handmade.
But all these patterns that people provide and you see them, I'm like, how do they make them look so good?
You know how cameras work.
I know, but anyway, I don't know. I'm just I'm proud of myself because
I'm very proud of
this
you.
is taking me for a long time, and it's taking my husband's cross stitch project. I was like, I'm gonna finish it for his
Oh,
birthday.
that's right. That was his Christmas present.
Nope.
She started it last year.
Last
A
January.
year ago is when she started this cross stitch project, and we haven't mentioned it except for the one cross stitch episode that we did.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna update everybody because I'm gonna get it done. No.
Well, it's a monster of a project.
It's huge.
It is a monster that you are
huge.
cross stitching,
Yes.
but it is a monster of a project. It's got how many colors in that cross stitch?
I don't even know. Like 3 pages worth of like.
It's insane.
It's like at least 70 colors, at least.
Oh, I was going to say at least 200.
No.
So much color.
It's a lot,
going
though.
on.
It's a lot. I have like 2 boxes, like these little boxes full of different colors.
Of the floss.
Yeah. It's insane. I'm tired.
I know. I haven't even started the little cross stitch project that you gave me.
Oh, you have plenty of time for that. It's okay.
But you want to have a race? Who's going to finish first? My Christmas present to you or your Christmas present to Matt? Who's going to finish
Who's going to finish? I don't know. But yeah, British terms threw me off. I'm going to get this done for her. Her birthday, her granddaughter's birthday is not until May, I think. So I've got time, but I want to get him done fast.
You're so close to being done with Blippi. He just needs arms and you got to attach his head.
Arms. I got to, no, okay.
Oh, he needs a hat too.
Yeah, he needs
and
a hat, glasses. The eyes have to be put in, his nose. There's so much to it. Ears. He has ears.
Oh my goodness.
So I'll get it done. But for all of you that Americans that get thrown off by British, I feel for you. I love British. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys. I love England. But when you do your crochet patterns, you threw me off.
Yeah.
So.
You got to make sure that it's U.S. terms and not UK terms.
Yeah. Good job, me.
Oh,
so it
you're
took me like
cute.
3 hours to like redo everything.
Oh,
good job, me.
But you did it. And
I'm doing it.
He's looking awesome. You're doing so good.
I'm trying.
You're doing great. Much quicker than I am with amigurumi. You're really good at it.
It's just I sit down, I have to do it, and I can't stop. So
yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop. All right, Angela, what's got you in stitches?
So I thought for this week's stitches, I would give you guys an update on our little black cat, our little farm cat.
Farm kitty.
So his name is Shadow. I think I told you guys that before. Yes. Okay.
He's all black.
Because he's all black and he follows us around and he walks around and he goes, meow.
Yes.
Meow, and he just follows us around and he is the sweetest cat. He's so sweet.
Good.
Every day my husband threatens to replace our inside kitty with the outside kitty because our inside kitty isn't always that sweet. He's got some attitude.
That's okay.
But yeah,
got kitty attitude.
It's an empty threat, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Our inside cat is going to always be an inside cat, so it's fine. But Shadow has definitely adopted us. I definitely feed him. He still goes out and gets mice and squirrels and stuff for us all the time.
Normal food.
And and we see him catch the mice and the squirrels.
Good
and
job,
it makes my husband so excited.
Yeah.
But he's got a little place in our garage. He sleeps in there when it rains, or he'll sleep in the barn. But yeah, every night he comes in and he wants to sleep in the garage. And so we have a little blanket for him. He lays down and sleeps in the garage. And then in the morning, when either I leave or my husband leaves, he goes out and we give him a little food. And he is best friends with the alpacas. Okay.
Well, they're like big cats.
They are like big cats. And so we have a black alpaca named Mew Mew. She's our youngest.
Yes.
And she and the black cat go nose to nose all the time.
Oh, cute.
They're so cute. And he hangs out with them. But yesterday he was hanging out with the alpaca. And Pepper, who is our new alpaca, didn't like him. She doesn't like him. So she started jumping around and almost stomped on him.
Oh, no.
He's fast, though. So he got out of the way and it was fine. And I was like, Pepper,
no,
don't do that.
Yeah.
He's your brother. You leave him alone.
Oh.
But Pepper does like Rosie. They go nose to nose. Yeah.
Cute.
So Rosie's so cute. She'll sit out there and wag and look up at the alpaca and smile, and they stick their little faces out and go nose to nose with our dog.
That is so sweet.
And then Rosie also thinks she's an alpaca too, because when we're feeding them, because we feed them hay, but then we also give them alpaca pellets.
Yeah.
There's a pellet that they need to eat that gives them their extra minerals and vitamins and make sure that they're all good. So when we're giving them their pellets, Rosie runs out there and any pellets that fall, she's like on it and trying to eat them. And we're like, you are not an alpaca. Stop it. It's not for you.
Well, that's so cute.
I know, but she wants to eat the alpaca feed. She's like, I'm an alpaca too.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to add on because when I was leaving your house last week,
yes,
we saw Shadow. He was like pretty close to our car. And I go, hi, Shadow. And he, meow. And he answered me every single time I talked to him. And it was the cutest. I was like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And it was like every time I talked.
He's very vocal.
Yeah.
He's very vocal.
He's very sweet.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
Yeah.
So he's definitely adopted us.
Oh,
and he hangs out here most of the time. Like sometimes I'll see him go across the street and go to other farms, but most of the time
he likes
he's
you guys
here.
the most.
Well, I think we give him the most attention. And then we also feed him too.
Yeah, that helps.
So Shadow is officially part of our farm.
Yay,
Yeah.
Shadow. Shadow, the farm kitty.
Yeah.
You can make a book about him.
Oh, Shadow. Oh, that would be cute.
Wouldn't it?
Shadow the farm kitty.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
love it.
adventures with your alpaca.
Yeah.
So
Shadow
cute.
and Mew Mew.
Mew Mew.
Best friends.
Yay.
I love it. Aw, that's what has me in stitches this week.
Good.
Kumbaya.
Well, I'm excited about your stitch you were showing me.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the, I felt very
Minnesota.
very Minnesotan there for a minute. So yeah, this week's stitch is a stitch that I learned when I first started crocheting, and I thought I would bring it back because I really want to make a pillow with it. And I'm like, oh, this is a good time to bring it back.
Do it, yeah.
Yeah. So is it time to get stitching?
Yeah.
Let's get stitching. Okay, Stitchers, are we ready to dive into this week's stitch?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a stitch, speaking of the whole British stitch thing, because this video that I learned to watch it on, it was Bella Coco.
Okay.
Bella Coco tutorials on YouTube. Those were the first tutorials that I watched learning how to crochet, because she'll do it right-handed, but then she also does a bunch of left-handed as well.
Cool.
So that really helped me until I understood, okay, I can just flip it, and I know how to flip it in my brain. But I learned how to do this stitch by watching the Bella Coco video. Yay. So we'll link her, and she's British, and she definitely uses UK terms.
Yes.
So be aware, every time she says treble, it's really a double crochet.
I had to learn that.
Yes.
I'm watching her. Oh, I got it.
Okay, so it's the basket weave stitch.
Get it.
Which is so cool because it really looks like a basket weave. And it's like, how do you do that with crochet? It's easier than you think, people, if you've not done a basket weave. Applications for this, you can definitely do a blanket. You can make a basket with it because it looks like a basket weave pattern. And it looks like, you have, like a basket weave, like you have things that are going under and over.
I'm surprised you learned this as you're beginning crocheting. I was watching, like, wow.
I know. Well, it looked cool. Okay, you have to understand that when I first learned how to crochet, one of the first things that I wanted to do was learn how to cable.
Wow.
We haven't even talked about cabling here. And I made a Celtic blanket for my son using cables. And I loved cabling. And when I learned how to do it and I figured out how to do it, and the Celtic weave, which is another fun weave pattern that I know you want to learn. That one's more tricky than this basket weave. It's similar, but because it crisscrosses, it lays sideways, and the basket weave is more vertical and horizontal.
Got it.
So we'll learn the Celtic weave.
We will.
Go back to the UK. And
I love that.
Then we'll do some Celtic weave.
Deal.
But right now we're going to do the basket weave. So I'm going to just go over quickly how this works, and we will link a video. And yes, we will get back to doing our videos.
We're just slow. It's okay.
Remember, it is just the two of us. And I have a farm, and okay, we are getting things out as soon as we can. So just be patient with us. All right. So the basket weave stitch for crochet. So you're going to chain multiples of 8. Yes, multiples of 8, because it is a 4 and 4 pattern. You'll see that as you go. Okay. So multiples of 8, and then you're going to do plus 7, because if you do that plus 7, then you're going to start and end with the same rise. So some of the stitches come out, some of the stitches go to the back.
Right.
So if you start with ones that come out, you will end with ones that come out. Does that make sense?
It does.
So it'll be equal. That's basically what I'm saying.
We all want to be equal, people.
Equality for all. Okay. So you're chaining multiples of 8 plus 7.
Okay.
Then when you start your first row, you're going to skip 2 chains.
2 chains.
2 chains. And then in the third chain, you're going to double crochet. And you're going to double crochet all the way back to the end. Okay.
Got it.
So double crochet, that's the first row.
Okay.
Done. Easy. Now we're going to start the pattern. So the next row, you're going to chain 2 and turn. Okay. We're always chaining 2 and turning to start. Then you're going to front post double crochet in the first 4 stitches. Yes. So front post double.
Front post.
You're going to skip that very first one that is right underneath you because you're going to think about it. We're going to have a border of double crochets going up on either side.
That makes sense.
So you're going to skip that very first double crochet and into that next double crochet. You're going to do 4 front post doubles. So remember, when you're doing a front post double, you go behind the stitch, you pull baby out. If you remember the Alpine stitch,
I do.
It's very similar to our very first episode where we talked about the Alpine stitch, where we were doing front post and back and well, we weren't doing back post, we were doing front post and then on top. So the first 4 are going to be front post. You're going to go underneath baby, pick her up, grab a loop, pull it up, right?
Right.
So that you're keeping that post to the front of your work. Then you're going to do a double crochet. You're going to do that in the first 4 stitches. First 4 front post double crochets. Then in the next 4 stitches, you're going to do a back post. Back post, right?
And she said it was tougher, right?
Well, it's just different because you aren't going, you aren't pulling that stitch to the front, you're sending it backwards to the back.
Could you turn it, or would that be confusing?
Do not turn it, because if you turn it, then you're going to be working backwards.
That's true. Never mind.
So you can't. Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to say whatever is easiest, but okay.
Yeah, no. It's not hard. You just instead of inserting your hook from the front to the back to pull it up, you're inserting your hook from the back, pushing it behind your hook.
Got it.
And then pulling up a loop from the back.
Right.
So it's not hard. You just, go different. Then you're going to do that for the next 4, double crochet, back post double crochet in the next 4. And then guess what? Front post double crochet in the next 4.
Hey.
And then back post double crochet. Hey. So you're alternating between those 2 all the way down to the end of your work. Okay. Then you will be left with that 2 chains at the end that we started with. 2 chains that you started with, right? And you're going to do a half double crochet into those 2 chains. A half double, yes.
Half
not
treble.
A half treble. Half treble crochet or a half double crochet in US terms, right? Half double crochet to complete that border line, right? Does that make sense?
It does.
Borderline. Okay. So half double crochet, then you're going to chain 2 and turn. Then we're going to do kind of the opposite of the row before, because now we're working on the back side of our work.
Yeah, that's why you don't turn it.
Don't turn it in the middle. Turn it when you're done with the row.
At the end.
Okay. So for row 3, when we turn it, we're going to start with the back post.
That's right.
Double crochet, because it was a front post double on the row before.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It does.
So then you're going to continue with that, and you're going to do 4 back post double crochets. Then the next 4 should be 4 front post double crochets, and then 4 back post, 4 front post, 4 back post, blah, 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 blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah.
Yada, 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 all the way down to the end of the row. When you get to the end of the row, then you're going to do another half double crochet, 2 chains, turn. Yeah.
Easy
peasy, lemon squeezy.
Would you change colors when you're doing this at all, or do you want to stay the same?
You can, and this would be the opportunity where you change colors, because you're going to do a front side and a back side, and then when you turn, you're going to go opposite.
Right.
So this would be
the time to do it.
Because when you go back to the front, then you're going to go opposite.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you would change colors every time you're working on the front side.
Yeah.
Because that completes an entire row of the basket.
That's
and then
so
we're
cool.
going opposite. So on what row are we on? This is row 3. No, right? Yes. So row 3, we're going to start with the back post double crochet, because we're back on the front side. We have 2 rows that are popping out. Now we're going to go 2 rows that are going to the back.
Right.
Okay. So we're going to do back post double crochet in those 4, and then we'll do front post double crochets. This row should be opposite from the row below.
Right.
It should not be the same.
It's a basket.
Yes, because we're making a basket weave.
Yeah,
you like a checkerboard. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly right.
Okay.
So this row is going to be opposite than the row below it.
Right.
Okay. So back post 4, front post 4, back post 4, front post 4, blah, 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 all the way down. Get to those 2 chains from the row below. half double crochet in those, and then chain 2 again and turn.
Okay.
Now we're working on the back side again.
Right.
So we're going to do back post,
Yep.
front post, back post, front post.
So you're always alternating.
Yes.
All right.
So this is going to, so that we're keeping it the same as the row below it.
Right.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Then guess what? Half double crochet in the 2 chains, 2 chains, turn. That was our second row. We're back on the front side again.
Yay.
So we're back to the front post.
Yay.
Yeah, you got it.
I got this.
Yeah. So that's a basket weave.
That's so
It's
cool.
not hard. You
Right.
just, you know,
Keep track of
keep track
front
of
and back.
fronts and backs, and you get really good at doing front post and back posts.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And it's just double crochets all the way down. That's
Now
it.
I need to see your project.
I know. I've got to make a pillow.
She's got like a line of things to do. I get it.
I
I'm the
still
same
have
way.
I still have my gingham blanket that I
Yep.
started a long time ago. I've got to
You
finish
got my
that.
project.
I have the sweater that I'm making for you. I have no time to crochet anymore.
I'm sure all of you feel
It's
the same
so
way.
hard. It's so hard. And now I have my alpaca. I'm going to start making yarn with
right.
their
your next-
it's not fleece. It's fiber. We call it fiber. So I'm going to start making yarn with that. I have a practice fiber or practice blanket is what they call it, to start working on how to make that. So that will be another thing that we're going to do. Is
so many
spinning.
things.
I know, so many things.
All the things.
But it's all good.
Yes, it's all
of
fun.
the things.
You'll get there
Yes,
one day.
I will.
Probably when the kids leave the house. That's how it feels.
Oh, I've got years before that one happens, but I know it's going to go fast.
It'll go. Time
Oh,
will,
my goodness.
We'll go. But yeah, thank you for the basket weave. That's pretty cool.
Isn't it cool?
I love it.
So let us know what you guys are making with a basket weave, or what you
If you
have
have,
made.
yeah.
I know at Target, they had a
Target.
whole series of pillows that use this pattern on it.
That's so cool.
And that's what gave me the idea. I was like, ooh, I can make this. I don't have to spend $40 on a pillow.
So much money.
I can spend like 15 on just like
And all your
a
time.
little pillow and all my time.
But that's
and
still,
make my
it's all, it's
own.
personal. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
then it's my own pillow.
I
So
love that.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a pillow.
You do it.
So that's it for
Stitch
time.
Yay!
Like, what are
She's
we
like,
doing?
where are the words?
Yeah, that's it for Stitch time today. Are we
Okay.
ready for story time?
Yes, it's story
It's
time.
story time.
So what I did for story time
Yes.
this week was I had a U.S. map open, and I was like, I'm gonna go every state down, like next to each other, and I'm just working my way around. So I've got almost all the East Coast, pretty much.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm still working on it, obviously, because we're gonna do this in a series. Okay?
Yes.
But today we're gonna start out in Maine.
Maine.
All the way at the tippy top on the east. Okay. So when a song is written about how haunted a road or highway is, you know there's a little
Life
spookiness.
is a highway.
Well, that's a
That's a
very
feel-good
well known
Yes.
one. Yes. I'll talk about the song
Okay.
soon here, but it's pretty cool. Prior to Interstate 95, okay, traveling to and fro northern Maine on Route 2A was and is to this day intense.
Oh.
Okay. It has the potential to freeze over.
Oh yeah.
Making the road super icy and slick, and has some crazy S-turns, particularly one 90-degree turn deep in the middle of the woods.
Oh no. Why?
Yeah,
why
why?
would you do that?
I don't know. You could demolish some
If
trees.
if it's in the middle of the woods, you don't have to make that
don't
severe
have to
of a
make it.
turn.
No, I don't know
my
why.
Goodness.
Former truck driver Dick Curlis became a country singer and wrote the song "A Tombstone Every Mile." Yeah, referencing the many truck driver accidents and fatalities on Route 2A.
Oh no.
I'm saying, like,
oh no.
He knew this route was pretty intense. However, it's not the truckers haunting the road.
Uh-oh.
Nah. The first legend is that drivers will occasionally see a woman screaming that her husband is trapped in their vehicle and she is begging for someone to pull over and help.
Oh no.
Yes.
Tricky ghost.
Yep. However, most of the time when the travelers stop and exit their vehicle, the woman vanishes.
Okay, lesson people. Don't
get out of your
stop
car.
and help roadside
Especially on crazy
travelers.
roads. That's kind of the whole like rule to this whole series is like just these crazy roads are crazy for a reason. Do not stop and pull over.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Just call 911 and say, hey, somebody needs assistance on the road.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't get out of your car, please.
Yeah.
In some very rare instances, though, the woman does get into a car when the driver offers, and she disappears when the car nears the end of the road.
Ooh,
so
that sounds safer than getting, I don't know. That's not safer.
No, nothing safe.
Don't let people get in your car either.
No more hitchhiking, please. Now, folks claim the vanishing woman was a newlywed bride, but her husband and her got into a car accident. Now, the husband died instantly, and after managing to free herself, the young bride exited the car, but was unable to walk and ended up freezing to death at the side of the road.
Oh, man. I feel so bad for her because she's just reliving that trauma over and over and over again.
Yep.
I wonder how to get her like unstuck.
You got to get a medium out there.
Yeah.
Probably.
Got to get a medium
Get those
out there.
mediums everywhere on these roads because you got to get those.
Help that poor person.
But these are all legends. They're all similar. You're going to hear.
Okay.
Goes through all
there's
the
always,
same.
Yeah.
There's always
a woman.
Yeah. Newlyweds, crashes. You're going to hear that. There's some that I picked that are different, which I was excited about. But yeah, these are all urban legends you'll hear.
Okay.
Then there's the other legend that on Route 2A through the Haynesville forest about the two young girls.
Ooh. Is it the twins from
the quote unquote twins?
Yeah.
No. August 22nd, 1967, even though I couldn't find an actual news story about this, but that's apparently the date. It is claimed this day that two girls were killed after being struck by tractor trailers.
Oh, no.
Which I was like, aren't tractor trailers really slow?
They can't. Yeah, I mean, they're slow, but they're super powerful.
Huge.
So if you don't get out of the way,
you're dead.
You're not going to stop that thing. It's gonna.
Okay. Well, poor girls. One girl's soul is trapped on that route, and many drivers report seeing the young girl wandering at night on the road. Again, like the previous bride, folks will offer her a ride, and once she gets in and the driver moves a short distance, the girl disappears.
Oh.
So there you go. There's Route 2A in Maine.
2A in Maine.
Now we move to New Hampshire. There's a very dark wooded road called Indian Rock Road in Nashua, New Hampshire. Travelers say when you walk along the road, they experience cold spots and the intense feeling of being watched by a malicious force.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. This force seems to watch over everyone. The road leads to a meadow where teens like to hang out. Now, a comment made on hauntedplaces.org about this road states that Indian Rock Road was once a Native American settlement, but abandoned in the 1700s to escape abolishment from the British Army. They could have been the Pennacook tribe. Also, the area around the road could have been a native burial ground, but a large portion was unearthed due to the construction of, I'm going to say Boyer Field Airport in Nashua.
Do not disturb native.
We learned that from Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Now, when they realized what they had dug into, supposedly the city of Nashua moved the remaining parts of the native cemetery to a burial ground in Groton, Massachusetts.
Yeah, still doesn't matter. That's like sacred holy land. You've got to, you move your plans. You don't move them.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they got to, I feel like you have to perform a ritual too, to like when we do our rites, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't do that.
No, I'm sure they were just like, oh, got a pile of bones. No, hopefully they were a little bit more respectful, but like, yeah. I don't know.
In some Hollis and Nashua, locals reported seeing strange figures and apparitions in the nearby fields that border the road, and also have heard chanting from the fields and surrounding woods when the area is quiet in the evening. One local claimed they saw the pale, wispy figure of what appeared to be a tall man floating several feet above the ground, cross the road, then disappear into a field.
Dude.
All right. So that's Indian Rock Road.
Indian Rock Road.
Moving on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going. These are all short and sweet, but some of them are longer. But
okay.
I'm just going one road per state.
Nice.
Vermont.
Home of Ben and Jerry's.
Is it?
Isn't it?
I don't know. Good job, Ben and Jerry's. I'm sorry, I don't eat your ice cream very often.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not an ice cream person. I like it, but I'm like, that's not my crave. you know?
Oh.
Like my sweet craving.
Yeah.
My kids love ice cream. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, it's okay.
Mine is chocolate and peanut butter. That's what I go for every time. I'll take a scoop of peanut butter and chocolate chips and then just
Look at you.
eat that. That
sounds fun.
That's what I like.
Okay.
It's good. I highly recommend.
I think
if you have a sweet tooth, just a scoop of peanut butter. You can get some
it's
protein.
like healthy.
You don't feel so bad about it because it's like,
it's
know,
it's a little healthier.
It's a little healthier and little chocolate chips,
Okay.
and you just,
I would prefer chocolate chip cookies. I think cookies are my
cookies are good. Yeah,
my craving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
But anyway, Vermont.
making my mouth water
I
know.
Right now. This haunted area in Vermont sits on a road, so we will count it.
Okay, yeah. Perfect.
It is deemed one of the most haunted places / roads in Vermont, and we go to the Gold Brook Covered Bridge in Stowe.
A bridge.
Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna cover a few bridges.
Ooh. Yeah, bridges.
She's so excited.
Covered bridges, man. They're creepy.
Very East Coast, Sleepy Hollow.
Yes.
Esque.
They're very creepy.
They are.
They're definitely a setting for a lot of like creepy things.
Horror
You'll see things
too.
like go into them and not come out,
Yes.
or it's
creepy.
like they're like little portals.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So this is the Gold Brick Covered Bridge. There are indeed many covered bridges in this state. However, this one has ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts visiting and snapping some convincing photos, which I will show you.
I like that. Oh, yay. You got pictures.
I've got some pictures.
Okay.
Now, you are always welcome to get your skeptic pants on.
Nope. I don't like my skeptic pants.
Okay, you don't have to, but you can. But as this, again, does not have any historical evidence of death or tragedy. But our spooky tale starts in 1968, so not that long ago, even though the bridge was built in 1844. The Goldbrook Covered Bridge spans 49 feet in length and seemed to be an ordinary covered area until that 1968 fateful time when a high school student brought a Ouija board.
Oh, no. They did open a portal.
They did. See, there you go. This may have kicked up the paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
The Ouija board spelled out Emily. And since then, others claim to have a very similar experience, thus the bridge being nicknamed Emily's Bridge.
Ooh.
Now, the legend is a familiar one of Emily. Around the time the bridge was built, some say she was waiting at the covered bridge to elope with her lover. But alas, he was a no-show, and she was so devastated that she hung herself from the rafters above.
Oh, no, Emily.
Yeah. The other tale is similar in that Emily arrived at the church to marry the love of her life, and again, groom was a no-show. Emily was in so much agony that she took the family wagon and sped off. The team of horses reached incredible speeds that when she tried to navigate the turn before the bridge, she lost control, and horses, the wagon, and Emily crashed down the bank, and there were no survivors.
Yeah. Oh, those are both very tragic stories. I hope it was the second one that she didn't
hang herself.
Yeah. Because, I was 1800s. So if you get rejected by a man, most likely you're not going to get another one. But there's still hopefully other fish in the sea. And hopefully, I don't know. She didn't have a whole lot of choices back then anyway.
No. Dang it.
Oh, poor Emily.
So there you go. With this tale, as I mentioned previously, many try to witness the supernatural presence on Emily's Bridge now, and many do come away with eerie tales, such as hearing strange noises like footsteps, banging, ropes tightening, and the screaming of a girl.
Ooh.
Many believe to capture orbs on camera, and some have even reported a white spirit-like apparition near the bridge. Some even claim to see scratch marks on their vehicles or even on their own skin.
Oh, no. Emily, don't scratch people.
So the first...
Ooh, that bridge is so cool.
So yeah, come at night, obviously.
I love it.
The first picture I'm showing Angela that I'll put on socials, it's an orb.
Yeah, I see it right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah. There's no other light source, so it doesn't make sense for that orb to be there. That's crazy.
See the wispy apparition? There you go.
Ooh,
isn't that creepy?
So good. It's creepy in there, dudes.
Creepy.
Like, ooh.
Very old bridge.
Very old, very creepy.
Yeah. And of course, most of the paranormal activity happens between midnight and 3:30 a.m.
Yeah, magic time.
Magic time.
Yeah.
So that's Emily's Bridge.
Emily, I went to go to there.
Vermont. Yeah. I want to see a lot of those covered bridges, though.
Yes.
'Cause that's really
Bridges
cool.
of
We don't
Madison
have
County.
that. Yeah, exactly. We don't have anything here.
We have some cool bridges. They're just
Like
not
big
covered.
man-made ones.
Yeah.
Like, no, not man-made. They're all
They're all
man-made.
man-made.
But the really, really big cement ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have one in Pasadena that we should cover. The haunted one.
The bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
to that
Yeah.
one. We'll go in that one.
Okay.
Probably when we get to California at some point.
Yeah.
All right. The next state, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Many sites claim that Route 44 near Rehoboth, Massachusetts is the most haunted road in the country.
Ooh.
I don't know about most haunted, but definitely one of the most dangerous. Route 44 covers near Hartford, Connecticut, all the way to Plymouth, Massachusetts. However, while researching, I found a handful of car fatalities along Route 44 in Massachusetts. Like, I would just find an article and be like, car death, 2021, car death.
Wow. Why? What's going on?
Because it's just a very windy, crazy road.
Oh.
Yeah. In Middleborough, residents held a protest of Route 44, stating that it was too much of a danger and they wanted it updated or changed.
Yeah.
But we focus on Route 44 in Rehoboth, which is 18 miles west of Middleborough.
Okay.
What makes this stretch of road so spooky is the infamous phantom red-headed hitchhiker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Red-headed
specific.
hitchhiker.
It is said he is at least 6 feet tall, bearded, and wearing a flannel shirt and work boots. What's frightening to me is people were able to give this description, meaning they were able to see him clearly.
Oh yeah. That's
Scary.
that. Yeah.
Supposedly, this matches the description of someone who had died on Route 44.
Oh.
Yeah. He has been scaring drivers, though, for more than 3 decades. And locals warn not to ever stop for this hitchhiker.
Oh, don't stop
Don't
for
do it,
redheads.
right? Specifically this redhead.
That reminds me of one time in my younger days, much younger days, I was at a bar because that's what you do when you're young.
When you're young.
Yep. And this one guy I have a little red in my hair. It's strawberry, a little red. But he's like, oh, you're a devil spawn because you're redhead. I was like, what? Like, that's not how
Is that
you...
a pickup line?
I don't know. I was like, okay, nice to meet you. And he's like, oh, and you're left-handed too? Like, move on, buddy, because I'm not interested at all anyway. Isn't that weird? That's such a weird thing to say to somebody at a bar.
He must have been drunk, I'm guessing. But that's pretty
know.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
ignore that guy.
Has nothing to do with this.
But
Other
that's
than
pretty
the redhead
funny. I
thing,
like
but
that.
Yeah.
Now, most travelers just get a scare seeing him on the side of the road pulling over, and as he walks to the car, he slowly evaporates.
Oh.
But some even say the drivers hit the hitchhiker on accident, and he vanishes quickly.
Well, yeah, because he's
a ghost.
I guess if
But
you're
still.
going to hit somebody, hit a ghost, right?
He's
Moral of
already
the
dead.
story, don't pick up redheads.
Yeah, there you go. But some claim that if you are driving with an empty back seat,
Oh, he'll just jump in?
drivers will look in their rear view mirrors and see him sitting in the back seat.
That's
It's like
so rude.
it's like the Haunted Mansion, right?
Yes, I love it.
Get out of my car.
Oh.
Yeah.
That I would definitely wreck my car if that
If you
happened
saw
to me.
that,
Yeah, I'd be like, "Ah!"
Right? That's when you crash.
Yeah, that's not good.
And yeah, when you turn around, he's not there. You see him in his rear view mirror. So it's
Yeah.
creepy.
Ugh.
One driver claimed this happened to them, but then the radio turned on and started scanning stations so loudly and quickly, the car began to shake. Then through the radio static, they could hear the phantom hitchhiker laughing.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So he was like doing what is that called? There's a ghost detecting tool that scans
that's right.
the radio
with the
stations
radio
really
stations.
fast.
That's right. And
What
it
is that
makes it sound- I
called?
forgot. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
But you hear them talking.
Yeah.
through the radio.
So yeah, it scans the radio frequency so fast that
Yeah.
if you get a bunch of words together,
Tied together,
then that's supposedly the spirit talking through
Right.
the radio station.
And
So
he's just
he did that
laughing.
himself.
Yeah, he did it
That's
himself.
so funny.
Like, I got this. Some claim to see the phantom in their window.
Spirit box. That's
Spirit
what it's called.
box.
Yeah, spirit box.
Good job. Now, some claim to see the phantom in their window while driving 40 miles per hour. So they're going fast.
No.
He's in the window. Yeah.
Wait. He's just
there.
there.
Yeah.
Looking at them in the window.
Yeah.
While they're going.
While they're
40 miles.
driving.
Dude,
He's mean. He's so mean.
he's such a prankster. That's
Right?
not nice.
No.
Stop it.
The creepiest story is when a woman pulled over to help him, but when he reached her door handle, he vanished and the car engine died.
Oh.
She heard his maniacal laughter and she sat in fright, unable to do anything. But then 10 minutes later, her car started back up. So mean.
He just like turned her car off for 10 minutes. He just feeds off of the fear, man.
He does. Yeah. He's mean. Mean hitchhiker.
I don't like him. Does he have a name?
Nope. Redheaded hitchhiker with a flannel.
We don't like the redheaded hitchhiker with flannel. Let's give him a name.
Bob.
Meanie McMeanerston.
Don't do it. So that's Route 44.
Route 44 in Massachusetts.
We moved down over to Rhode Island. Even though these small states, right, they still have haunted highways.
Yeah.
Now, moving to the South, Cumberland, Rhode Island's Tower Hill Road is home to not just your typical ghosties, but apparently zombies.
Oh, zombies.
And a Bigfoot-like creature have been spotted here. Yay! I knew this would make you happy.
I love Bigfoot.
Let's get into the background of this area. This heavily wooded area back in the 1600s used to be home to Native Americans who were killed during the King Philip War.
Oh.
Wah, wah. This alone should have given off spooky vibes, and it does, in that people have claimed to hear drums and see ghosts charging over the hill in a spot on Tower Hill Road that is marked with a white X.
Ooh, yeah. I see that. Ooh.
And that's the hill. So.
Oh, wow.
As far as ghosts, it is said that there have been numerous reports of seeing ghost children.
No.
Yeah. One common spotting is of a little girl playing in the front yard of one of the houses.
Oh.
Yeah.
How would you like to live in that house?
Nope. Looking out your window, seeing a little
You're
girl
like,
all the time.
That's
well,
little
her.
Sally
Yeah.
just playing
in the
outside.
yard.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like, don't call CPS.
It's not my
She's
kid.
long gone.
In Tower Hill Road's deadliest curve, some have seen a little boy running with his dog.
Oh.
Yeah. And also in the same area, some have seen a toddler on a tricycle.
No.
That's sad.
I don't like
the little ghosty kids. Yeah. Now the zombie spotting is strange.
I like the zombie thing though.
I mean, okay, most websites just state seeing zombies with no details, so I'm not even sure what that is about. It just says zombies.
It's just like zombies.
Yeah.
There's
some
just
random
zombies
outside.
It's like, no, we need more information.
I don't have anything else. So, hey, if you spot a zombie or if you have, tell us.
How do you know they're a zombie? Yeah. Did they eat your
They're
brain?
trying to go after your brains. I don't know.
It's like Walking Dead there?
Yeah, apparently.
Ooh.
No idea, but they keep saying zombies in every website.
That's so weird.
Okay, cool. But people see strange apparitions in the woods and fields along the road, and the main sighting is of a large Bigfoot-like creature locals have dubbed the man monkey.
The man monkey.
The man monkey. It has been seen for several decades among the trees while driving on this specific road.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm going to go check that out. Yeah.
I want to see the man monkey.
The man monkey, yeah.
Sasquatch.
Yep.
Come on.
Hang out with us. Ghost hunter and psychic Connie Ouellette wanted to feel out Tower Hill Road back in the early 2000s. And she stated in an interview with Patch.com's Sarah Bagwell, "I remember walking halfway down the road and just stopping. I didn't want to go any further. All I could feel was chaos and death, like I was in harm's way. I felt like if I stayed there or kept going, that something could happen. I don't know the history of that road, but you can feel negative energy and bad spirits there. It felt like something bad had been done before, something inhumane, and it felt like there were many deaths."
Oh.
Yeah. And another experience that was shared on Patch.com was from local Diane Gibbrey. I'm hoping I said that right. She said she went to Tower Hill Road with her daughter and some friends. She said, "We were parked on the road and the radio was acting funny, but me and a car full of giggling girls sat there in the dark with the windows open when we noticed the most peculiar fog that just followed the tree line. When it got to where the car was, it came up and almost made a form next to the passenger side door and went back down. Then all of a sudden, the girls in the back of the van started screaming because they saw someone looking in the back window.
No.
The poor girls were so scared, so I had to drop them all off at home. But when we opened the door, there were handprints on the back of the window."
No. Okay. Goosebumps.
Yeah,
My first
right?
goosebumps of today's recording session.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. no.
She concluded that it was creepy, but absolutely awesome.
Okay. So listen, mediums and psychics and people that are sensitive are that way because they really pay attention to that little voice inside their head or those feelings, those gut feelings in their body that are like, no,
don't do it.
Everybody has that and has that capability to pay attention to those. No, don't do that. We've all had moments where we're like, oh, this is a bad idea.
Yes.
This is a bad idea. Listen to those. Like, you have those for a reason. Like, no, this is a bad idea. So that psychic was like,
she was listening.
She was listening and in tune with it. And like lots of chaos and crazy stuff has gone down here. I'm not going to allow that to affect my energy right now. I'm not going to go and that's not for me.
Not for me.
No. And then you had this case of these people like, let's go check it out.
Which most ghost hunters are that way because we're just so excited to see that other side, you know?
Yeah.
But we kind of, most people go into it like that. And then psychics are
go,
like, I'm going to just check it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see the energy that's happening here.
Yeah.
Not for me. I'm back. Peace out. I'm
out.
done. Yeah.
So,
that's so funny. Handprints on the car.
Handprints on
that's
the road,
good.
right?
That's good.
So that was Tower Hill Road in Rhode Island.
In Rhode Island. Tiny state.
Tiny little state.
Big stories.
Right?
Zombies.
Bigfoot. Yeah. Now we go to Connecticut. It must have either been a slow news. I loved it. It must have either been a slow news day or they just wanted to have some Halloween fun. But October 29th, 2019, WSFB.com.
2019?
Channel 3 Eyewitness News in Connecticut did a quick report about the most haunted road in Connecticut.
Okay.
Sawmill City Road in Shelton.
Oh, that sounds ominous. Sawmill City Road.
This super duper narrow road, I'm talking only one car at a time narrow, stretches roughly 1.5 miles and drives by Means Brook Reservoir. There are houses that line the street here and there, but there are no street lights. Why are there no street lights? Come on, people.
There's no street lights in some parts of my neighborhood here. So driving around here.
I bet that's creepy.
It is creepy. I don't like to drive around at night. Yeah.
No. This spooky road reported on onlyinyourstate.com has multiple witnesses claiming of seeing orbs, hearing screaming in multiple directions all at once, and seeing shadowy figures running from tree to tree. What is creepiest of all is that there's a claim that there are melon heads that live in the forest near the reservoir. Yes. Melon heads.
Okay.
Now, melon heads are an urban legend term used for inbred monsters that live deep in the woods.
Oh, that's not nice.
Right? The ones in Connecticut are said to have been inbreds that were living in the woods, reproduced with escaped asylum patients seeking shelter in the 1970s. And some say they're cannibals. I don't know if I can get behind this urban legend, but it's a pretty spooky tale. But the reason why they're melon heads is because their heads are
huge because they're inbred. Yeah.
So I'm showing her a picture of
the
So that's supposedly how they look. So that's all I got in Connecticut. Sorry, guys. But Sawmill City Road. It's a very small road.
Yeah. It's only like a mile.
Yeah.
There's a lot of activity happening on that mile.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But watch out for the melon heads.
Aww.
Oh, you're so cute.
I know.
Very empathetic.
Yeah.
But they might eat you, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's true. Don't eat me. I'll be nice to you. You be nice to me. We'll get along.
Now we go to New York.
New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
But haunted roads in New York are in the city, obviously, because it's too much nightlife going on.
Yeah. Okay. Upstate New York or the Hudson River Valley?
No, very close north.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, New York is heavily populated and houses one of the largest cities in the United States. There are a few supposedly haunted roads I had to choose from. There's a bunch.
Yeah.
But today we will discuss Buckout Road in White Plains. It's about 35 miles north of the Big Apple.
Yeah.
Because there are multiple spooky and weird tales about this road.
Okay.
Yeah. Per usual, let's talk about the history.
Okay.
Before the road was remodeled and modernized, there used to be 3 X's in the road.
Okay.
And locals claim this is where 3 women were burned at the stake in the 1600s.
Oh, witch trials.
As they were accused of witchcraft.
Ooh.
The legend was that if you drove over the 3 X's, bad things would happen to you.
Oh, no.
But as I mentioned, the 3 X's no longer exist because the road was updated.
Of course.
So we don't know where they are.
You got to put them back in there, people.
Right? I would want to see that.
Oh.
Now, the reason why it's called Buckout Road is because the Buckout family, with an H in the middle, so Buckhout, used to live in the area. Mary Buckout apparently hung herself from a tree.
No, Mary.
Right? Now, I tried researching Mary Buckouts and did stumble upon a grave in Sleepy Hollow, New York in the 18th century, but this is very far from the White Plains.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the same Mary. Other than that, I couldn't really back this story up.
Okay.
But some say they see the ghost of a woman in white and claim it is Mary.
Yeah, woman in white.
Woman in white. That ties into our movie.
It does. It
Yep.
does.
Some also say maybe Mary's spirit is restless because locals growing up there reported that the family cemetery experienced many grave robberies.
Ooh.
So that's true,
Ooh.
apparently.
Uh-huh.
So maybe they were unrestful or,
Yeah, you upset the bones and you wake up the spirit.
Yep.
And, yeah.
There you go.
Mm.
Another pretty outlandish legend refers to the demolished, burned down property on the road that is referred to as the Red House or the Albino House.
Those are 2 very different things.
Yep.
It's like red
or white.
White.
There were several structures on this property that included homes, barns, and slaughterhouses.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you park your car in front of the property and honk your horn 3 times.
Oh, definite urban legend here.
Apparently a family of cannibalistic albinos will come for you.
Oh.
And that's why it's called the
Why
albino.
all these cannibals everywhere?
Because they're out in the farm, like the forest, like wilderness. Wild people.
The wild people. Yeah.
The other weird legend is of the Leather Man.
The Leather Man.
It sounds scary.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like a
Leatherface.
movie.
Yeah,
It should be a movie.
But it's not really. I promise.
Okay.
This ghost that appears at Buckout Road is supposedly a famous vagrant that walked a 365-mile route from Connecticut to New York, living in caves and wearing an entirely leather wardrobe.
Oh, I was going to be like Johnny Appleseed.
Nope, he was wearing some leather.
Okay.
He would come to the local kitchen doors of farmhouses and ask for food. He was very polite and not scary at all.
Okay.
Some say he was a Frenchman who left his home due to a broken heart. And he was found dead in a cave in Briarcliff in the winter of 1889.
Aw.
So he was a real person, but
Yeah.
they say they see the Leatherman walking on that road.
Oh, still going.
Still going. As all these are strange urban legends, there is a rather disturbing story that was printed in 8 Who Were Hanged in White Plains that would definitely cause Buckout Road to have an eerie feeling to it.
Oh.
I stumbled upon the story in westchestermagazine.com. Okay. On New Year's Day, 1870, Isaac Buckout invited a neighbor and his son to tea. While his wife, Louisa Ann, was serving refreshments, Isaac excused himself for a moment and came back with a double-barreled shotgun.
No, Isaac, no.
He killed Alfred Rendell, wounded the son, then crushed his wife's skull with the gun.
Oh my gosh, why?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Suspected his wife had been cheating on him, but not with either of these victims.
Well, why are you killing all those people?
Yeah. After 3 trials, he was convicted of murder and hanged.
Well, yeah. He just went crazy.
He went crazy. So I found that and I was like, holy cow, is that real? Like,
right?
I don't know, but that was on Buckout Road.
Isaac.
Yeah,
no,
man.
sir.
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
He went crazy.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, now you want to go to New Jersey?
Let's go to Jersey, y'all.
Jersey City. No, not Jersey City.
The
But
shore.
similar to New York,
Yes.
New Jersey actually has 2 popular haunted roads. Clinton Road, which apparently is talks about a movie being made about it starring Ice-T.
Oh, nice.
It's like an independent movie about how creepy it is.
Okay.
But the one I'm going to discuss that has a rather spooky history and spooky name is Shades of Death Road. Yes, you heard it right.
Shades of Death
Shades of Death Road. It's an
What?
actual name of this road.
Oh, that is not a good name. I
Yeah.
would not want to go to there.
Well, I'm going to go into this. So
Okay.
The most likely cause for the name, is an homage to a time of disease. Yeah, around 1850, along a cliff face near the current road, people discovered malaria-carrying insects within the wetlands of bare swamps.
Oh,
and close to this was an original settlement called the Great Meadows. So most citizens in this area basically expected yearly outbreaks, and the deaths of friends and family were to be expected because effective medical treatment was so far away.
Okay, people, move.
Right? They're like, we're going to stay
That's not
put.
how to live your life. You'd be like, oh, it's malaria time again. I wonder who's going to get it this time. Oh, no.
Death roulette. Locals believed this is why the road was named Shades of Death.
Oh.
Okay? And because the malaria outbreak was so widespread, finally the state in 1884 decided to drain the swamps, killing the disease-ridden insects.
Oh, good. Let's do something about this.
34 years later.
Oh, my gosh.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
But here are the other theories. That's just one theory that I thought was probably the most
Get
likely.
some citronella candles, people. Like...
Kill the mosquitoes. Okay, the other theories. There were apparently 3 brutal murders along the road in the 1920s and 30s.
Oh, no.
One was a robbery in which a man was hit over the head with a tire jack over some gold coins. A second in which a woman beheaded her husband and buried the head and the body on different sides of the street.
Dude.
Yep. And lastly, one in which a local resident, Bill Cummins, was shot and buried in a mud pile. And it was never solved. So those are the 3
So
murders.
we don't know who shot and buried the guy in the mud puddle.
Nope.
The wife decapitated her husband and really wanted him to stay that way.
Yep. They wanted head detached.
And then the other one is just simple robbery.
Yes.
Oh, those are all very bad.
So, shades of death
Yeah.
because of murders.
Yes. Okay. I got it.
Then there is a suggestion that the region was inhabited by a group of unruly squatters who would get into fights over women. And sometimes these fights were to the death.
Ugh. I don't like that one. Definitely making a face with her.
When civilization started building up around the town, they were able to disband the bandits, and the few that were left ended up restricted to living on or near the Shades of Death Road. The extended version of this is that the locals even took revenge against these bandits or highwaymen by lynching them and then leaving the bodies in the low-hanging trees that line the road as a warning to others.
No, that's like York.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of too. All those decapitated heads.
Which one of these stories do you guys root for the reason why Shades of Death is named Shades of Death? Answer us. Like, email us at theominoussstitch@gmail.com or write on our socials or wherever you guys want to get a hold of us. Let us know which one you think is the real reason
of the
why
outlandish. Now, I do have one more.
Oh.
But that's good that you put that in there.
Yeah.
Because this is the most logical reason.
Why it's named Shades of Death?
Yes.
Okay.
The last most logical explanation why this road is named what it is. Wild Jimson weed grew in abundance along the side of the road. Jimson weed is also known as belladonna, also known as nightshade, the shades of death. Ta-da!
That one's boring.
I know. I read this. I was reading this article and someone chimed in the comments and said that. And I was like, oh, you made it less mysterious.
Yeah, but that one's not as fun.
Probably
the real reason. Not as fun. I'm going for the malaria.
Malaria.
Thing. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That
too.
seems very plausible.
Right?
That like, oh, okay, it's dying time.
Everyone's going to die.
Everyone is okay with it.
Yep.
Nobody wants to find a solution for it because I don't know.
Isn't that crazy? Malaria.
Malaria.
Now, whatever reason the name of the street remains so ominous, locals do know that people are always trying to steal the street sign to the point that they grease the sign pole so no one can get to it. So there it is. It is named Shades of Death Road.
It is named Shades of Death Road.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Now, Shades of Death Road does wind alongside a very creepy lake that is supposedly haunted. The reason why people think this is because folks will see pillars of mist rising from the top of the water, and they call this the Great Meadows Fog.
Ooh,
Some say
it's just mosquitoes, people. They're
pillars
back.
of mosquitoes.
They're back. Run so you don't get malaria.
I love it. No, some say it's because the early settlers would kill the Native Americans in the area and throw them into the lake. Yeah. Others also claim that they see ghosts walking along the road in the mist. Lastly, there are some stories regarding spooky and mysterious noises coming from inside an abandoned cabin by the lake.
Oh, always the creepy cabins
Creepy
at the
cabin.
lake. Don't do it. Don't
Yeah.
go to that cabin.
Don't
Just
do it.
don't. No.
Don't go in there.
Don't do it.
Okay. Lastly, an urban legend involving a group of teenagers leaving a prom took the shades of Death Road under very wet and slippery conditions.
Of course, this is such an urban legend.
They'll
Prom kids driving on a
having
scary
fun.
road at
Going
night. Going fast on a
Having
wet, slippery
fun.
road. Yeah.
The
Okay,
driver
love it.
lost control and
Uh-huh.
crashed into a ditch, and unfortunately, one of the passengers died. When the road is wet and slippery, similar to that dreadful night, travelers will see a girl dressed in her prom gown, wandering the area where she died.
Oh, that's a good story though.
Yeah, good
I
urban
like
legend.
the urban legends.
So we're gonna stop there.
Oh,
That's
that
just,
was a lot. You did good. You did good.
I did
We're
good,
speed running,
right?
but we're doing good. We got
well,
most
that's what I'm
of.
saying. I'm going through like one road. A state can have some little tales. Some can have a lot. It just really depends, but it's pretty creepy,
Oh,
right?
it's so good. What was your favorite state that we've covered so far? Yeah. What was yours? What was yours?
My state was New Jersey.
New Jersey.
The Shades of Death Road.
Shades
You
of
can't
Death
go
Road.
wrong with a name of Shades of Death. That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
what was your favorite?
I'm sticking with just in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island?
Yeah, because there's
Was that Emily's
zombies.
Bridge? Oh.
Oh, Emily's Bridge is cool though too.
Emily's Bridge
See,
is
I
cool.
like them all.
Rhode Island was what? The Tower Hill. I think Tower Hill. Hold on.
Yeah, it has zombies and a Yeti.
Yeah. Tower Hill Road, the Bigfoot.
Or not a Yeti. I'm sorry, Bigfoot. Yeah,
Bigfoot,
it has
same
zombies
thing.
and a Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
because Bigfoot. I love Bigfoot.
I know you do. That's so
Yeah.
cute.
They call him what? Man monkey? No.
Man monkey. That's what they call him in Rhode Island. You're right.
What was your favorite state that we've covered so far? And if you have any stories about any of the roads that we've covered or a road in your state, please send it to us at theominous@gmail.com. And we would love to hear from you guys. What is your stories?
Do you have any haunted road stories? Have you driven anywhere? Did you go through a portal? That's what I want to hear. But yeah, let us know because I'm very curious about the driving situation, road trips.
Road trips. Okay, good. I can't wait to finish, to continue on with this series.
Yes,
This
series.
is good.
This could be like a 5-part series. We'll see. Every state, yo.
Every state.
All right,
All
but our
right.
movie ties in.
Our movie does tie in. This movie is like my worst nightmare, but we've talked about that before let's go
Let's
to
get into
movie
it.
time.
Okay.
Okay, it's movie time.
This week's movie, Dead End 2003. It got 6.5 stars on IMDb, and the synopsis. Christmas Eve. On his way to his in-laws with his family, Frank Harrington decides to try a shortcut for the first time in 20 years. It turns out to be the biggest mistake of his life.
All I hear in my head is my youngest, because whenever we watch a movie, there's always, that point of catalyst, like you should never have done this, and
Oh,
go
right.
on or whatever.
Hindsight's 2020.
Right. So when we were watching Stranger Things, her thing was, well, if Will's mom would have let him stay longer then he wouldn't
wouldn't
none
have
of that
had
would have happened.
yep.
I'm like, well, then we wouldn't have the
movie.
show.
The show, yeah.
Or it'd be some other kid. But
Yep.
same thing. If he would have just taken the interstate,
Yeah,
that's what's
like he
going on.
usually
He
did.
usually did.
Yep.
Yeah. This movie was fun. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I liked about it.
Okay.
We got to see Elise from the Insidious.
know. I
Yeah.
thought that was really
she
cool.
was so good.
I thought she did a great
Oh,
job.
she was so
She's a great actress.
creepy. Yeah, she did so good in that. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The way that they talked to the way that Richard talked to his parents and the way that the parents talk to each other. There's so much dysfunction in this family.
It was
which
so
of course
over the
we
top.
love, but it was
Yeah.
way over the top. Way over the top.
I was like, who are you aiming this movie towards?
I know. And my favorite is one of the stops, he just gets out of the car and then unfolds a picture of
he's
and
holding
he
with
starts-
him.
Yeah.
Porn.
He's like, I'm just going to stick this to the tree
tree.
and look at this picture of, I think it was Rebecca De Mornay, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. She looked like some, I don't know. I don't think it was her.
doesn't matter, whatever.
A blonde lady that was
blonde, naked. Yeah, naked blonde chick, and he
Yep.
starts doing his thing. I'm like, really? In the
stop
woods? At a pit stop?
He's that horny.
Oh
That's the trope. Like,
well, I guess,
super
high
horny
school teenager boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he's so mean. Like,
he's
there's
very
no
mean.
redeeming qualities to him at all.
Yeah, they really like stereotype each functionality of each family member.
Yeah. So the daughter, the eldest, she's the angel, and
Yes.
she's got like her life together, and she's a
She's there with her
star
boyfriend.
therapist. She's
Yeah.
there with her boyfriend, who is very, very sweet and seems very nurturing. He's very like, we don't get to know him that well.
Not very well. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, I mean, he seems very nurturing and very caring towards her. He wants to propose to her. She's looking for a way to get out of the relationship.
We
So I mean,
find out,
there's
yep.
so much dysfunction happening here.
And the mother is like just like trying to keep everyone together. I feel like she's really sweet.
She's trying to put band-aids all over
Yes.
everything, but she's constantly fighting with her husband.
Her husband is mean and demeaning to her.
Yes.
I mean, like he just like would just like snap at her, and she'd be like, "Oh, okay, like
Yeah.
take it." I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
and-
you're mean. You're an a-hole.
Yeah, but I mean, she was mean back
That's
to
true.
him.
She
So they
had
were-
some snide things back to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when she tried to like say a band-aid statement to,
Yeah.
to fix everything,
Yeah.
he'd snap back
Snap
at her
back.
like,
Yep.
like,
Like, stop it.
Why does that matter right now?
Right.
And then,
But he was frustrated
but
with
then he'd be
himself,
like,
I think.
okay.
Yeah.
good.
And yeah, he'd pull back.
yeah, he'd pull back.
But I think he was frustrated with himself because, he chose this back road where it was nonstop, never ending.
Oh, see, worst nightmare. There's no lights.
No
They're
lights.
in the woods.
No other people
No other
except
people.
one car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Sort
I
of.
love the eye roll.
Yeah.
So like we know what that car is.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I thought, okay, you tell me your thing, because you have a whole thing written up about this.
No, I don't. I just
Okay.
wrote that, first of all, it's very predictable. If you watch horror movies, I knew it happened.
Uh-huh.
The daughter was a little off, which is fine. That was good. I actually kind of saved it at the end for me. But I was like, yeah, there's a car coming. They died.
Yeah.
Sorry. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Nobody makes it. Well, not nobody, but
No.
they,
They're all dead.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I won't give you that, I guess, with the
dad
daughter.
falls asleep at
Yeah.
the wheel.
Yeah. He
Car
crashes into a car.
crash. Yeah.
The-
And I liked how they resolved it and tied it in.
Yeah.
Because like I knew what was going to happen, but I
Right.
was like, what ending are they going to go with?
That's
How
true.
are they going to tie
That
it
helped
in?
me a little
So,
bit with that.
yeah.
So that was redeeming.
Can I tell you one thing that drove me crazy
Yes,
as a
tell me.
musician? So hopefully this drove you crazy too, because I'm a voice teacher.
Right.
I teach singing, and I know I sing horribly on the podcast all the time because that's
I knew you were gonna
that's like
mention
my
this.
shtick. That's my
Uh-huh.
thing. I sing horribly on
No,
the podcast.
you sing great. It's
well,
fun.
but oh my gosh, how many keys can you sing Jingle Bells in?
The girl didn't know how to sing. The girl obviously.
Well, they all did it. Like, so
Right.
when they all sang Jingle Bells, they kept changing keys. But
Yes.
then when she started, yes, she was coming from shock. So hopefully
Yeah.
it was choices. But there were moments, I mean, she was going through a bunch of different keys, choosing alternate melodies. I was like, wow,
I thought
this is interesting.
I thought maybe she really doesn't know how to sing, unfortunately.
I'm going with it was a character choice.
Okay, sure.
I hope it was a character choice.
Sure. Okay. We'll go with that just to give
A
it a better
day
feeling
or
about it.
two ago.
Yeah.
A day or two ago. I'm like, you're going to sing all of the verses? Stop it.
I love that. Good pointing that out.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm glad you threw that in. Yeah, no, my main thing was it was just the first was the predictability of it. The two is the over the top character traits that were just like unnecessary. I feel like. I mean, again,
There was a little beating you over the head with
Yeah.
this. But, 2003, that's kind of,
2003, isn't that fun?
when they were, well, it's kind of, they did that because
it
I'm
felt like it was
thinking
made
about,
in the 90s though, didn't it?
it did.
I feel like they released it like 5 years later or something.
Yeah, it did feel like the 90s.
Yeah.
Because 90s is over the top like
Yes.
that. But early 2000s was still kind of
Pretty early.
over
Yeah,
the top.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
you're
I'm
right.
thinking about what was the movie that they were on the plane and they had it was the ghost plane one.
Flight 7500.
Yes.
Okay.
Flight 7500, where
Oh, the
those
characters,
the
same
characters
thing.
were
You're right. You're right.
terrible.
Yeah, it was very similar in that
Yeah.
aspect. But yeah, and what I kind of liked was that they tried to throw every horror trope in for driving, like what we're talking about in our legends.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
the dad's talking about the urban legend, the lady in white,
The lady in white.
the never-ending road, the seeing things, the car, the creepy car. It was cute. Like they tried to put in as much as they could.
There was a lot in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
the car repeating itself.
Yeah.
And then, so what was interesting? So do you think all of this no, it didn't, because of the clip at the end. Spoiler, there is a clip at the end.
Yeah, you gotta watch the trailer.
If you don't watch the clip at the end, then you're like, oh, all of this happened while she was in the coma. This is her coma dream.
Coma, yeah, induced, yeah.
But the black car at the end is like, okay, no, it wasn't. And then do you think the doctor dies?
Of course.
Okay. And then
he's death.
He is death. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the little piece of paper they pick up, he was writing. Yeah. So you're like, oh, did it really happen?
So it all happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't just her coma dream.
Right. What was weird too to me, the whole lady in white, like they explain it at the end. Again, spoiler alert. Obviously, see this movie first if you don't want to hear it. But like the lady in white was the one that they crashed into with the baby, right?
Yes.
So why is she like her path was a little different than their path? Was it because they crashed into her?
Yes, I think
so. She got to haunt.
She was the innocent.
Yeah, so she gets to haunt them.
But yeah. And okay, one of my favorite things is when she starts seducing the brother in the woods, and she just rips his lip off, and he's just like okay with it. Like, that's not how you kiss, sir. That's not.
And he was okay with it. I was like, that's a definitely 90s move. Where, you had to have some gore.
Yeah.
And it was like unnecessary,
so
but. And they didn't show all the bodies like
right
mangled.
The mangled bodies. But but the mom drew a picture. She's like, this is
bad. She's going crazy.
Yeah, there were some really funny moments. There was a quote that I was trying to remember that they said that just made me laugh out loud. It was so funny. But I mean, it was just a bunch of stupid moments like that are just really funny.
Added up together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it was entertaining, I have to say. And at the end, I was starting to go, okay, I can't watch because something's going to happen. Like, you do have that element of something's going to jump out at you.
Yeah. And you're like, how does this end?
Yeah.
Like, you are following the path very predictably.
Yeah.
But then it's like, there are many forks that you can take at the end here.
True.
Which is funny because it's just a road that goes nowhere. So we're like, is this the movie that goes nowhere?
Yep.
How do they end this? So yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
I had fun.
Okay, good.
I had fun.
How many stitches would you give it?
I think it's fair to like 6.5, maybe 6 3/4.
Oh, look at you! You went over
maybe
a little
edging
above.
up. Yeah,
okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. It was fun. I don't know if I'd watch it again. It is free on Tubi.
That's true. Oh, I have it. Freebie,
Tubi, same thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Amazon.
free. You can watch it.
It was free. That's why we chose it.
Yeah. And it's, good for a free movie.
Yeah. Good for a free.
It was fun.
You're right. Yeah. I give it a 5.5. I think it's not good enough for a 6 for me. Because I was just mad at it sometimes. Like, who is this movie for? I love horror movies. Who is this movie for? Come on.
Yeah. That's not your son.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
and
you learn a lot.
Yeah, you learn a lot about these people. And then she's in this. We're talking about the mom because she's just so good.
Yeah.
She made the movie good for me.
Good.
So and she's in the car and she's like, oh, it's my friend Janine. I'm gonna go say hi to her. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. And just opens the doors and goes.
She falls off.
Oh man.
Well, it's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's funny. I think this is a good one to watch with people because then you can laugh at it the whole time.
True.
And I think that would make your experience better.
Yeah, I watched it by
myself. It's a fun one to just laugh at.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's true.
Yeah,
good horror movie for fun.
Okay.
Great.
Well, if you guys watch Dead End, let us know what you think about it. Please, I know this is like the third time I'm saying this, but we really want to hear from you guys. So please email us at theominousstitch@gmail.com. You can also comment on all of our social medias. We're on everything, and Nicole does a great job keeping up with that. So please comment on all of our socials. You can also become a patron if you'd like to help support our little podcast here. So you can go to to Podbean, which is where we host our podcast, and become a patron. So if you go to podbean.com and you can look us up at The Ominous Stitch, you will find a link to click on and become a patron. If you become a patron, we will send you stuff. We will give you shout outs. We will make you part of the community.
That's true.
we love to welcome all of you. Even if you don't want to become a patron, just
Reach out to
become
us.
part of our community.
Yeah.
We'd love to talk to you. You got something. What you got?
I do. My last shout out. I should have done this at the beginning. Kate Schwartz on Instagram.
Kate Schwartz.
Thank you, Kate Schwartz, for contacting us. She's giving us ideas for episodes.
Kate.
Yeah, she's so
we
sweet.
love you. Thank you for that.
She's a cross stitcher. Woohoo.
Oh, hey.
But yeah. So she gave me some ideas in the Midwest. So I told her we will hit them eventually. I promise.
Yes.
We'll get to them.
Any ideas you guys give us, we will hit them.
Yeah.
Because
if you want to hear it, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So we'll do it. So
Well, that
thanks,
was
Kate.
another amazing episode.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us and listening to us rattle on for another hour and a half here. And
We enjoy it.
We enjoy it. We enjoy you.
Yes.
And I guess with that, we'll see you, Stitchers.
See ya, Stitchers.